Sign. Cool. All right, should be all good. All right. So what's up, everyone? It's Jen and John here. So we thought to do a little bit of a interview with Jen, since she's achieved incredible results inside Double Digit Coaching VIP. She's now also a support coach, and she has lost 25 kilos, which is incredible. So I'm going to give it over to Jen. So tell us a little bit about your story and how you were able to achieve such great success. So I'll pass it over to you, Jen.
All right, so a bit of my background story. I've always pretty much been the overweight kid, and tried different like diets and stuff, but for some reason it just never clicked. And I'd even go to gyms. Like, I actually went to Curves, just putting it out there, and the coaches were great, but they didn't have the knowledge of like how things would actually work with nutrition and exercise. So every week that I was there, it was, let's get you on the scales and see what you've lost. So it became all about the numbers instead of about the person. So I didn't like that idea. And then they got me to do their program, which was like kind of like the Jenny Craig program, but you have to weigh yourself every day. So again, it was all about the numbers. And at one point I was like, every day I'd be stepping on the scales, and if it went up a little bit, I'd be freaking out. If it hadn't gone up or down at all, I'd be freaking out, because it was like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
So now I've actually learned one of the tips and tricks for me is to not actually weigh myself, but see how my clothes are fitting. And if they're fitting a little bit looser, I take centimeters on the the clothing measurement thing, and I grab that, and I'll find out where the weight is actually coming off from, rather than stepping on the scales and going, oh cool, it's gone down.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess like what you've created now, and like the difference between one of the big differences is that it was almost like a toxic relationship with nutrition and exercise, but now you have like a loving relationship with nutrition and exercise, and you've created such a great thing. So, and I guess like, so with this time around, because obviously you've done really well, what happened this time, and what led you on this incredible journey of now losing 25 kilos, but also being able to help others as well? So tell me a little bit more about that.
One of the things that really, really helped was actually having Amy Jean Elders as my phone coach when I first started. She was amazing. And like, I think that's actually one of the things that you do with your program is you hook the people up with the correct phone coach for them. And that is so amazing, just to have that support. And to actually realize that these people have been the same journey or similar journey to what I'm doing. So it's sort of like, hey, I'm not actually alone, and this has worked for them, so maybe it'll work for me. Or it can work for me.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. And I guess like, so like for people who are watching this who don't know, like Double Digit Coaching, what we have is that we have like support coaches that will give you a phone call, check if you're okay, and also to give you a pat on the back when you're doing good, and have that arm around you to help you through the journey, but to also give you the tough love as well, and to give you that kick up the bum that we all need from time to time. And usually, and what always happens is all these coaches have done the program themselves, so they actually understand what you're going through. One of the problems that I see with personal trainers or other coaches or whatever, that they don't understand, right? The great people, they're great at what they do, but they've never walked the path. They've never been overweight before. They don't know, they don't understand the pain. So with Double Digit Coaching, we actually we've walked the walk, so we can actually now help you go up the mountain, right? It's like kind of climbing up Mount Everest that with someone who's never climbed Everest before. It just doesn't really work that well. Yeah, so that's great. And okay, and so that happened, and so what else happened in your journey to lose this 25 kilos?
Um, Actually, one of the first things that Amy ever told me
Mhm.
was do not deprive yourself of any treats that you want. So, like, if your body is telling you that you want chocolate, go ahead and have the chocolate. Just don't have as much as you would normally have,
Mm,
because what'll happen is your body will actually hold on to whatever you're giving it and tell you that you need more of it. So
mhm,
you end up eating a lot more than you would have, and yeah,
mm.
that's partly how you get to where you are now.
Yeah, yeah.
But
100.
another thing she also said was actually kind of try and look at what you are eating and then go, well, if I have some more of that, how am I going to burn that off again?
Mm,
So think of the food as the fuel for your body, not just I need to eat something, but fuel your body with what you are eating. So you end up eating really good stuff then.
yeah, for sure, 100%. And again, that's like, the if you restrict yourself, then like 100%, that's not a healthy relationship, right? But if you give yourself a little bit, or negotiate with yourself that okay, this is okay. Like well, I did this before, and I'm doing this now. This is kind of meeting in the middle, and I'm happy with that. And having that long approach mindset as well. That you realized off the bat, which was really good, that this is going to take time, and this is a journey of self love, and I'm going to make little changes each and every day, 1% better each day. After 100 days, you're 100% better, right?
Yeah.
um, which is great. Okay, and now like so now how does it feel being where you are now? Like, what's the difference between before starting double digit coaching and how you're feeling now?
Okay, so before I started double digit coaching, I had actually found out that I was type 2 diabetic, or
Wow.
actually borderline diabetic.
Mhm.
That that has completely gone now, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
having said that, I need to keep up with this lifestyle so that that doesn't come up again,
Mhm.
because I don't want it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, before double digit coaching, I would have got like really, really puffed just going out for a little walk around the block
Mhm.
and not able to breathe correctly. I can now do a half an hour walk before I actually start feeling like I can't breathe. I can do a 1 hour session with my box fit coach.
Yeah, nice. You love boxer.
So it's good.
Yeah.
And a couple of times I've actually gone to him afterwards and said, oh, look, I've got this massive ass stitch, but I now know how to actually control that while I'm doing my sessions.
Mhm.
And a lot of it is actually drinking the water.
Yeah. Mm.
So, yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
before double digit coaching, I would have walked in there and just sat down and gone, this is what I'm doing. I'm just observing to see what you guys do, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't have partaken of it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I guess like what was like back then when you were 25 kilos heavier, like how, like your everyday life, like how did it feel? And like now being 25 kilos lighter, like how do you feel now? Like, well, what's the difference between the two?
One thing I really struggled with when I was at that weight was actually finding clothes that fitted.
Yeah.
So now it's like I can actually walk into a store and go, hey, that's going to fit me, and just grab it straight off the rack,
Wow.
which is so cool.
Yeah. So awesome. So like a sense of freedom, right?
Yeah. Particularly because I actually am doing placement in a clothing store. So I'm like, yeah, I can actually see myself wearing that.
Yeah. So good. So good. Okay.
And
Um,
like, even before, if I'd been doing placement during that time that I was so heavy, I would have had to say to the manager, look, I'm sorry, but I can't bend over and pick things up off the floor. And,
mm,
yeah, if there's anything that is on the floor, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to find someone else to do that.
Yeah.
Or I can't go out to a customer's car and help them to lift things from their car into a trolley that they're donating. So, yeah, but now I can.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Really cool.
So yeah, I guess like before, it's almost that you're like, it was like you're trapped, right? Like you're not free to do what's daily tasks, and it's like almost like a sense of freedom now because you can do the things that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And the biggest thing that I learned from you is like that I learned the difference in you is your confidence. It's night and day, right?
Yeah. Before I would have been the kid in the back of the corner going, yeah, I'm not saying a word.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, too bad if you don't like me.
Yeah, 100%. That's so cool. That's so cool. And I guess like when you, because I'm like, I guess with someone that's on the fence of starting double digit coaching, or someone who's at the very start of their journey, what advice would you give them?
That's actually a really good question, but a lot of the times one of the first things that I'll say to the new clients that I'm bringing is, if you need anything, John and I are just a phone call away, and so are the other phone coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Pick that phone up and ring us or message us.
100%. Yeah. Yep, for sure. And that's so true. Like, I feel like at the start people can be a bit shy to ask for help, but
don't be shy.
Yeah, that's why we're here. And how about someone who isn't a part of double digit coaching, but who are, who are maybe just about to send an application to me or to send me a message about more information, and they get on a phone call, but they're still unsure. Like, what would you tell them?
Yeah, absolutely. This program does work. I'm living proof of it. So with some of the other clients, the other phone coaches, this has worked for us.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what's actually stopping you from doing this, is like, you've done other diets and things in the past and they haven't worked, this works.
Awesome.
This works because John's done the hard work. He knows what he's talking about.
Thanks, Jen. 100%. Yeah, 100%. We've got so many ladies that benefit from this program. And if you're serious about doing this the right way, to building like the right mindset needed first and foremost, this is really for you.
Yeah.
Like, this is not an overnight thing. And I feel like sometimes the expectations is that we can save people. Yes, we've helped a lot of people lose up to, over 70 kilos, but we can't save anyone, right? People have to save themselves, but we can be a guide and we can show you exactly what needs to happen. That's the most important thing. In double digit coaching, we never sell like a false dream or anything like that. Like, it's going to be challenging, but you have everything you need. You just got to put a little bit of work in, 1% better each day. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if it's actually the finance thing that's holding you back, just reach out and talk to the coaches because there are options available.
100%.
So, yeah.
100%, yeah. Where there's a will, there's always a way with that type of stuff. And it comes down to like the most important thing to me is attitude. So if you've got the right attitude, we can make it work 100%. So
for sure. Yeah.
Cool. This was really cool, Jen. Really love it. And thank you so much for all your hard work. We're all very proud of you. Especially me. I'm extremely proud of you, and all the hard work that you put in for the community, that you put in for yourself. And yeah, you're an inspiration to many. So good work, Jen. Really proud.
Thanks, John. And hey, look who's talking about being an inspiration.
Thank you. Oh, very good. Very good. Well, I'll chat to you soon. probably really soon, probably sometime today. So you take care, and we'll chat soon, okay?
All good and all going well. I will be on the group coaching call tonight, so
cool, awesome. That one, it's gonna be really good, really good. Like
awesome.
Heaps of value. All right, see you, Jan, and whoever's watching this, thank you for watching.
Yes. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.